Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's the flyest vlogger on the planet. My name is Showtime Lazar. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great, positive, productive day as always. You know I got hip-hop news, cultural updates, and everything like that for you guys today. But before we do any and all that, you know what you got to do. See that subscribe button on your screen right there. I need you to click that, turn that bell icon on so each and every time one of my videos drop, the content that I'm providing to you, you don't miss it. Let's get into it, y'all. Drop my intro. YouTube, what up, though? What's going on, y'all? First of all, let me just say this, man. Happy holidays to everyone out there. Hope you guys enjoy your holiday season. You know, I hope you're done with your Christmas shopping because it's getting close. All right, so, but other than that, man, I hope you enjoy your time off or your time chilling with your family and your friends, being around loved ones, man. So, you know, happy holidays to y'all. Now, that being said, there are a few things I want to discuss going on in the culture. First thing I want to talk about is this situation between Romeo and his dad, the notorious Master P. Now, this situation began, I believe, after Master P sent his condolences to Twitch after he committed suicide. Twitch was the DJ on the Ellen DeGeneres show. He did So You Think You Can Dance as well. And, you know, he passed away via suicide. Rest in peace to Twitch. And Master P sent his condolences. Romeo felt like Master P didn't really show that same sympathy when the sister passed. His sister passed, Tatiana. But he called his dad out on social media, and they've been going back and forth. And then it's been a lot of stuff going on. As you can see on your screen here, there are a lot of Instagram posts and messages from both Romeo and his dad, Master P. Romeo saying that he doesn't feel like, or he feels like Master P has been painting this false image of him being this perfect dad. He also feels like, you know, his dad didn't help put him in the position to be, I guess you could say, great. You know, he's been living in the same house since he was 18, and you know, a lot of financial issues Romeo's going through. He felt like it's partly on his dad, etc., etc. Here's what I want to say about that whole situation. Oh, before I get into that, Master P did post a video responding to Romeo and kind of saying his last piece of the situation. Here's what Master P said. Take a listen.
Any parent that's going through this, because I know that it brings people closer together or it tear them apart. But I come from nothing, y'all. And I could go back. I'm cool with it. I won't be angry at God. I won't be upset. I won't go get mad and be disrespectful to my parents and none of that stuff. I just say, Dad, thank you for putting me in this world. Now I can get out and hustle and go do my thing. But that's the problem. When you take kids and you kind of like protect them from the real struggle and the pain, and you don't allow them to deal with their own consequences. And then when they grow older, you never gave me nothing. At 30-something, man, people could go back and look, you've been shining for a long time, son. All you got to do is pick up the phone and call me or come to the house and holler at me. The saddest thing about this is what the people want to see. They want to see destruction.
All right. Now, here's what I want to say about that. First of all, I think Romeo is completely wrong. All right. And the reason I think Romeo is completely wrong is the part where he talked about his dad putting on this facade of being this perfect dad or anything like that. I would like to say this to Romeo. There's been multiple situations where you could have addressed this and told your dad to stop. You did a whole TV show with your dad. You've done multiple, when I say the TV show, I meant the reality show, the Grown Up Hip Hop or whatever. He was on that show with his dad, and there were times that you could have addressed that then, but you didn't. You chose not to. So I don't like that. I thought that was corny that you chose now to talk about that situation. I also think that if your dad painted this image of him being perfect, you helped propel that situation. You helped elevate that whole image, because anytime I ever saw Master P talking about him being the father, first off, I never thought Master P was perfect dad. I don't think nobody's perfect. However, I do want to say that I did believe a lot of the things that he said he was doing, and I still believed a lot of things he said he was doing based off the fact that Romeo, you like said you agreed with him. You know what I'm saying? You were okay with the things that he was saying, that he was doing, and the things that he said he was doing for your family and your loved ones. You backed that. So if it was fake, why did you back it? I think now that you and him are at odds, it's kind of fake for you to be like, nah, he was saying all that, but it wasn't really what it was. So what does that make you look like, bro? That's just my thing. And I think that this situation spiraled out of control because Romeo felt some type of way. And instead of him just calling or reaching out to his dad or going to his dad's house, pulling up on him, he decided to do it via social media, and that made it messy. And I thought that was corny on Romeo's part. But let me know what you guys think about this situation in the comments below. How do you feel about Romeo? How do you feel about Master P? Let me know all that in the comments below. All right, guys, on to the next subject here. So, not only did Romeo and Master P have a spat on social media, but another child star and his father figure, we'll call him that, got into it, and that's Bow Wow and Jermaine Dupri. The Brat was also got into that little spat as well. Jermaine Dupri said that he helped create 106 in Park for Bow Wow. Here is Jermaine Dupri comments. Take it listen.
By me, I created the show for Bow Wow. I was watching MTV, and MTV had TRL. And they was catering to NSYNC, and they was catering to Backstreet Boys, and anything white that was coming out that was pop, they was allowing these kids to scream and holler at them. And I'm like, yo, we don't have nothing for black people. Like, where's the black kids that love music? Why don't they have a show like this? So I called Stephen Hill, and I said, yo, I got an artist. We need to make a show just like TRL. He said, what's the artist? And I said, his name is Bow Wow. Of course, he was like, I don't. You know, everybody challenges what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mind you, they wasn't gonna put Bow Wow on TRL like that because he was a rapper. He was a black little young boy rapping, but he also was 12 years old. Nobody on TV was 12 years old anywhere creating this type of pandemonium, right?
All right, so once again, Jermaine Dupri said he helped create 106 in Park for Bow Wow after, you know, he saw what TRL was doing and all that kind of stuff and MTV was doing. Bow Wow said Jermaine Dupri did not create 106 in Park for him, and in fact he did not help create 106 in Park at all. The Brat took up for Jermaine Dupri and said, Bow Wow, you tripping. He actually did. Then former BET HNIC Stephen Hill got into the conversation and said, I think Jermaine Dupri might have a bit of a mix-up as to who actually created 106 in Park, but he says that it pretty much, he said, it's cap. Here's what I'm gonna say about that. When Jermaine Dupri when I initially saw that, I said that it was cap too, because as long as 106 in Park has been around, and even when the show closed, and I think like 2012 or 2013, whenever it stopped, no one has ever credited Jermaine Dupri with creating the show. Not one single person has ever said we want to thank JD for giving us this idea and letting us run with it. Stephen Hill never said that. The current head of BET never said that. The woman's name is slipping my mind, but I can see her face. Nobody's ever given him credit for starting 106 in Park. That being said, I do think it was lame of Bow Wow to kind of like call JD out the way he did. Mainly because text, even though it was, social media, it can get misconstrued in the tone that you say it in. So the words that he said was cut the cap or stop the cap. It's like when you say that, you kind of, it's like, bro, stop lying. You know what I mean? Like, and it's a little force behind it sometimes. And that could come off as disrespectful. And I don't think that's what Bow Wow was trying to do. But I also think that because he said it in the way that he said it, it looked a little disrespectful to Jermaine Dupri. And I feel like that's what made Brat want to respond to Bow Wow. Is mainly because, it's like, hey, bro, you're not going to disrespect my mans. Now, I will say this. If Jermaine Dupri indeed helped create 106 in Park, Bow Wow wouldn't know about it anyway, because at the time Bow Wow was 12 or 13. So if Jermaine Dupri was creating 106 in Park, it's a good chance that he wasn't in those rooms having that conversation with BET about creating the show. Personally, I don't think he did, just because, again, nobody's ever given him credit for starting 106 in Park. Ever. The only person that's got credit for doing anything with 106 in Park from So Def has been Bow Wow, Mr. 106 in Park. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about the whole Bow Wow, Jermaine Dupri situation. Who's right, who's wrong? Is there a right or wrong? How do you think it was handled? Was it right or wrong? Let me know all that in the comments below. Alright guys, and the last couple things I want to discuss with you guys before I get up out of here. So, former NBA player Amari Stoudemire has been arrested for allegedly striking his teenage daughter for being disrespectful. Called it a domestic violence situation. All I want to say about this is, I know a lot of people saw this story and went, well, he was just teaching his daughter how to be respectful, okay? And he was just, doing what any good parent should do with their child, and that's disciplining them for being disrespectful. I've been seeing a lot of that come from black people. I will say this. You don't have to put your hands on a kid to teach them how to be respectful. Also, as a man, you should never put your hands on your daughter, because you don't want your daughter to get used to men putting their hands on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, there's ways to teach kids how to be respectful and teach them discipline without smacking them around. That's the slave mentality. We got to stop thinking that whoopings are the only way to teach kids. That's all I want to say about that. I just think that was totally wrong, and they said he drew blood. Like, it's never that serious to teach somebody how to be disciplined, and you got to draw blood. I just thought that was corny. On to the next thing and last thing I want to discuss. This whole situation with Blueface and Chrisean Rock. So you've been seeing clips about their excuse me, their TV show, and most of them have been violent, as their whole relationship has been. Now the viral clip that's been going around is the one where Chrisean's dad and Blueface, throw hands. What I don't like about this is all of her family decided to crowd Blueface and kind of, tell him off at the same time. I didn't like that. I thought that was whack. They all outside, they making a big scene. I thought that was whack. The next thing I thought was whack was on the dad's part. I understand that you don't want no man putting his hands on your daughter. I agree with that. But I also think this. When you approach that man and got in his face, you as the dad approached Blueface, you tried to intimidate him. So right then and there, he's on defense. So your next move, you could have tried to scratch your head and he probably would have punched your eye out. But the reason for that is, why did you approach him like that? I think any sensible man probably would have put his hands on Chrisean's dad because he crowded his space like he wanted smoke. What was your intention? Did you want to fight or did you want to have a conversation? Because you don't need to be this close to me in order for me to hear what your point is. Don't try to intimidate me. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying me, but you shouldn't have tried to intimidate Blueface. If you wanted to have a conversation and tell him, I don't like what you did, that was disrespectful, and the next time you do that, I'm going to lay you down, okay, say that. But initially, you ran up in his face and did that, you deserve to get punched. Period. That was completely disrespectful in my opinion. And again, to go back to the family, I don't ever agree, and let me just say this disclaimer. I don't ever agree with no man putting their hands on no woman. Ever. Period. I also don't agree with a woman, we overlook when women put their hands on men. It's like, yeah, she did it, but you the man, just suck it up. No. Because as much as we like to think that women don't have the same strength as a man, which is true, they can still hurt you, okay? If she hit that man upside the head with something, she could hurt him permanently. So let's just not gloss over the fact that she putting her hands on him too. At the end of the day, neither one of them should be putting their hands on each other, and the message should be, you keep your hands to yourself and you keep your hands to yourself. If y'all cannot do that, y'all don't need to be together. End of discussion. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Let me know what you guys think about Amari Stoudemire and his daughter's situation, as well as the Chrisean Rock and Blueface and their families getting into it, all that good stuff in the comments below. But that's all I got for you guys today. Enjoy your holiday. If you guys like this video, you know what to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, I'm out of here, y'all.